Okay, well, tell me what you're confused about, and I'll try to explain it.
I mean, you've explained it. The only confusing part would be how to choose, like, two counties out of all of the other counties.
That part's easy. That could literally be up to the unicameral or to the people. That part's easy.
Mm-hmm.
How do we do it border-wise? Like, what of any of this land is going to be the two counties that we're going to have for the time being?
To be honest with you, I honestly have no clue.
All right, fine. Then we'll go with my idea. I'm thinking, because we have a citizen here, we have a citizen there, and these two lines have citizens there as well. And we have a citizen here, and majority of our citizens are all up in this general area.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So I'm thinking we could do north and south or east or west. What do you think looks more appropriate when dividing? Because I think the best way to do this is to actually divide Jefferson County, Kentucky in, I guess you could say, half. Actually, like, cut it in half or something, and then give one half to one and the other half to the other.
That's, honestly, I could see that being a possibility.
Well, what do you think sounds more appropriate, Senator Bree?
Honestly, we could definitely try your plan with cutting it up in half.
Well, by north or south or east or west?
Uh, let's see.
I mean, either way, it's going to go good, but what do you think it looks more appropriate?
Hmm. Okay, I want your mouse to go follow where that blue line is. See where the blue line is over here?
Right here?
Right? Yeah. I want you to follow that line, go all the way across the county you talked about, at least go halfway, and then follow to where it says Mount Washington. That could be like a border.
Start from this blue line and make a line go towards Mount Washington?
Yes. It's going to go straight across Jeffersontown.
Okay, so it's going to go
Like
this
literally
way.
straight in the middle.
Okay, so it's going to go more this way than anything.
Yeah.
Okay, because Jeffersontown's over here. So it's really going to go down, go through downtown a little bit, go through the East End, and then hit Jeffersontown, and then down to Mount Washington. Okay. What do you think, Senator Ross?
I think it looks fine the way it is.
Well, you can like it the way it is all you want, but because of our population shift, we have to change it. That's why we're having this discussion. So, what do you think of Senator Bree's idea on cutting Jefferson County in half? By the looks of it, she's deciding east and west, because that's what it looks like it's going to be. So, if we divide it east and west from this line here, cutting across through downtown Louisville to Jeffersontown and down towards Mount Washington, do you think it's a good idea or not? Or do you have another suggestion that we should try?
I'm just going to go with Bree's idea.
Very well. All right. So I'll have to make another map proposal then. I'm gonna have to delete the old map so I can actually make room. So I'm gonna delete the old map and then make a new map out of that one, and then make that a new proposal map for the next Unit Council meeting. Okay. So Bree, as the person that makes the final decision, I actually am gonna go with your suggestion because I think that might actually be a good idea. So you gave me the general direction on where the line's going to go. I'll take care of where the line is actually going to be drawn. But I will take care of the rest of that part. So if it's going to be divided east and west, now we just got to decide. The county names are going to be easy. It's the borders we have to worry about. And not only that, since there's only going to be 2 federal counties now in this proposal, so if it's going to be divided in this manner, that means we got to calculate the populations on the east side and then the west side. So, which should be easy.
Yes, because without the lines connecting it actually kind of helps with the way my suggestion works.
Right. Okay. So now for the areas that are outside, because we have citizens outside this the main area. You know what? That's perfectly fine. Depending on where they are on the general line dividing this county up, right? Depending on where they are, where the line's going to be from the Clarksville line down to Mount Washington, depending on where they are on the side of where that specific line is, I'm going to put like these black lines. Like I'm gonna pick a side, like say the west side, for example. I'm gonna pick a line, and then I'm gonna stretch out a line going outward, and then have these same areas be connected to whatever side of that line they're gonna be on. So even though they're not physically part of their side of the county or their county of one of the two, can't speak worth of nothing. They'll still be part of that county. They'll still be a neighbor. They're just a far away neighbor. That's really it.
All right.
So I can do that. I can manage that.
I think that could honestly work.
Yeah. So basically do the same thing we've been doing when it comes to places outside of the general location. So there's nothing wrong with that. So, and like I said too, right, if for some reason my camera cannot be chosen. Nope, my camera is being refused to work. And it says it's working, but I don't want to work. Senator Bree, are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Okay, just checking. All right, well, my camera is now unavailable now, apparently. Well, I'm sad to not see any of the Begleys here, but it happens. And now my computer is acting up. Yep, my computer's acting up now. Great. Yeah. Oh, well, it happens. If they can't make it, they can't make it. It's fine. We don't always have to have a meeting for everything. I don't think we discussed this yet. Let's talk about Executive Order number 6. Because it is technically an executive order and needs to be revised. Mm-hmm. Of course, I might propose this to become law too anyway. Well, technically it already is law. All right, the Privy Council, which is composed of the Prime Minister and 5 senators, shall function under this executive order. All executive officers shall become senators of the Privy Council. All executive orders that create departments for this executive branch, except for the Census Bureau, are hereby dissolved and rescinded. Privy Council procedures shall be created separately from this executive order, but whatever is written on the procedural bylaws shall be abided. Procedural bylaws can be proposed, amended, and repealed by only the members of the Privy Council in accordance with the procedural bylaws. The Prime Minister shall preside over the Privy Council, but shall not have voting power, but has final say after the Privy Council has concluded with a decision of advice to the Prime Minister. All jobs in the executive branch will now be classified as separate roles. Each senator will be assigned multiple roles by the Prime Minister. This executive order will rescind after we have reached a population of 40 adult citizens. All right, Senator Ross, do you think we should keep Executive Order 6, add, subtract? Other than the procedural bylaws, that part I forgot, but I'll definitely get that done. But other than that, what do you think?
So it sounds good still.
Nothing to add, nothing to subtract, no other opinion on it?
Nope.
Anything good, anything bad?
Nope.
Okay. Senator Bree, what about you?
I'm in the same boat as Senator Ross.
So there's nothing wrong with the executive order, right?
No, not that I could see.
Okay. Not hearing any comments or objections to the executive order. Let's move on to a vote on that one then. Let's see if my camera's working. Nope. Okay. All in favor on keeping Executive Order 6 enacted, say aye.
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 All opposed? The ayes have it. Executive Order 6 will be put on the 3-day ballot for the people to decide if it should remain enacted or not. All right. That's all the executive orders of the day. Senator Bree, I don't know if your camera's on or not, but to me, your camera's off. So I don't know if that's a thing going on or not, because it actually says that the meeting's not even happening. It still says recording, but nothing's happening. Like there's not even a timer going on.
It's still happening. It's probably your computer.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my computer. I really don't. I hope it's not messed up.
I have my camera turned off because I can't stop yawning.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
It probably just needs to be updated. And I don't know why Windows wants to update every single day, but whatever.
Everything's working and everything's recording, so we're good.
Okay, that's good, because my camera ain't working. My camera's refusing to work for me. Well, we got about 15 minutes left for the official ending of the meeting. So let's talk about the smelter. The body of the smelter is done. The only thing we need to do now is drill a hole in it, so we can put the pipe in. Then we got to make the lid. The lid, I might have to start over on the lid. The making of the lid part to the smelter was not a success. Please ask for permission to speak, Ross. Would you like to speak?
No.
No?
It's already ended. It's already over with.
Well, if there was something you wanted to say, you could say it. You just gotta do it properly, please. Because I didn't hear anything you just said. It sounded mumbled to me. So, is there anything you would like to say?
I just said that I'm going to have to start referring you to SpongeBob with the lid.
I see where you got that from. Um, damn, I have no comeback. Anyway, so what else was there? Right. So I'm gonna have to start over on the lid, which is very annoying, but it's a lot easier than making the body. Um, the Queen. This is funny. The Queen actually wrote "Property of the Queen of Nyx" on the smelter, so that's gonna be fun to see when it's actually done. Which is quite nice, actually. And then once it's actually finally done, which I'm afraid it'll be next year by the time it's done officially, which was something that I was afraid of because I promised to do this like 2 or 3 years ago and I've never done it, and now here I am doing it, and now it's like, even though the day I was doing it, I never got it done. And I was very disappointed that I didn't get it done. So I told the Queen that it's going to be my number one priority next year because it technically still is. And it should have not taken me this long to make that smelter because it really is easy to make. It takes a lot of time and patience, though, but it's easy to make. It should be literally less than a day thing to make. But I never made it before, so it took me a whole day to make it. So if not this month, I will definitely make it next year. So next year I will definitely try to make it, and it should be done by then. And when it's done, I can finally smelt the metal. We have a currency, which reminds me, Senator Ross. Speaking of our wonderful currency, you wanted to discuss about it a little more. Regarding putting numbers on the currency. Would you like to continue that conversation? I'd be happy to have it. I just want to hear it.
When you were talking about it, I was like, oh fuck, what the fuck? I saw that note and I'm like, where's the number?
Right, and then I explained to you.
How are you going to have paper money that don't have numbers? Because I'm not really sure how to explain it.
Right, I mean, I guess it's because you're used to seeing all the other currencies have numbers, but this one doesn't have a number. And you're like, why?
Yeah, imagine like going up to the store and they're like, all right, now it's 2 blue ones and a red. Or it's like 1,000 blue ones and a red or something.
Yeah.
But you get my point.
No, I gotcha. Yes, Senator Bree?
I think I know what the confusion is. I think Senator Ross was trying to say that how can one person determine the value of that currency? But the current currency that we use, the American dollars, we can at least determine how much that's going to be valued just by looking at it. So I guess it's another way of saying, how can people tell how much their currency is going to be valued when they use it? I think that might be it.
Yes. More or less.
Well, you both have a point there, not gonna lie. I had this idea about not putting numbers on there because of the QR code addition. But even without the QR code addition to it, I did not put numbers on it regardless. And now I'm thinking that I should, but the issue with that I have is the market value on the metals are constantly changing every day. And it's because of that I can put a number on there, but the numbers are going to constantly change. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, say if the copper certificate is currently 5 pounds, and then all of a sudden the next day, week, month, or year it goes down to 4 pounds, and now we have to switch that number from 5 to 4 because it actually went down in value. And that's the part I'm afraid of when it comes to making the currency. So that's why I decided not to put numbers on there and write down what all big and bold saying what certificate it is, so people can know what metal it is backed by. So when they see the metal, it's like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna look up aluminum. Okay, I'm gonna look up copper. Okay, I'm gonna look up silver and gold, and that'll be the equivalent value of that particular thing. So that's the issue I was having. But then again, I mean, I don't know, because I think I've already decided for myself every year the currency is going to look different. And if it doesn't look different, say I don't have like a brand new design for next year, I'm just going to add one little thing to the same design currency. So it'll look the same the next year, but there's going to be that one addition. Like there's going to be a long blue line going across it or something. You know, something random that's just going to be added until I figure out a whole new design. So that's basically how I'm going to do it when it comes to designing the currency every year. So, yes, Senator Ross?
So with you doing that, even with U.S. dollar changing, like back when they still were backed by gold, uh, the U.S. dollar changed every day. It didn't matter what the currency was worth 10, 15 years ago. With inflation and a bunch of other things happening all around the world, it always changed. And even now, it still changes. Like I think the other day it was only worth like 79 cents to a euro over for Europe. So you can't really tell what it, you can't tell what it'd be worth. All you have to do is just do an exchange rate. Like if they're going out, like say a person's going outside the country to, let's say, from Nix to Europe, or like somewhere in Europe, like France, just exchange what they're willing to pay overseas. Say like they want $500 now for 500 equivalent in Nixie pounds to whatever, or 500 Nixie pounds to whatever the French currency is at the time, then they'll be given that exact amount. So let's say it's worth $1.50 more than the U.S. dollar. So they say they spend 500. They want to spend $500 from Europe. Times that by how do I actually do that? I think it's divide by 150 if I remember correctly. No, might be more. I think it's times 150 or 1.5.
Okay.
So let's say it's 750, whatever the French currency is. So that's 500 American dollars to $750 spending power over in Europe, France.
Yeah.
But that gives you a general idea of what actually happens with currency. It don't matter what the price of something is; it'll change every day, no matter what. It's just the purchase maybe more with inside Nix than it would be outside.
Okay. I mean that's a good point. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I didn't take account to the the purchasing rate of the Nixie pound itself when it comes to numbers.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right.
So, like,
I'm
if you're
convinced.
Or like, let's say you're wanting to buy a 2022 F, like the one I want. It's almost $80,000 in U.S. dollars. I think in Europe, let me look what the EU for the pound price is.
Gotcha.
It is, holy shit, that's actually the most. We'll change that over from one US dollar to so $1 in US is 82 cents in pound sterling in the UK. So that's, let's say 80,000. I think it's divided that by the point. No, it is times that. I'm retarded.
Well, I don't know why everyone's is comparing our currency to the pound sterling when it's not the pound sterling.
I know that's what I went with at the time. Like I can go with French.
That's okay. I got you. Yeah.
But here, I'll do what are the French thing is. I think it's the same. Franc. Where is it? There it is. US dollar to a euro, which is a literal euro. Yeah, that's within the last month. It's only 94 euros. So how the fuck do I do this again? Because I can't remember for the life of me. $94. So in pound sterling, that'd be like 85,000. It don't really change much, but it's just random purchasing power time. So the United States dollar is worth less everywhere else than it is in other places.
Okay. I gotcha. I see what you're talking about now. All right. Well, I'm convinced. Yeah, I'll put numbers on the currencies then. Actually, I could probably just go by the average number of the metal's value and then put those numbers on the currency. That would make more sense to do that. Let me count something real quick. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 10. Has my population been off? I actually don't know anymore. Where's the population by month? Where did that go?